Tonight, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's a special Friday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We're at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting on pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people. But I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
From Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now we see the 14-time Pro Bowler, maybe the greatest to ever play the position, Tom Brady, getting set to lead this Buccaneer offense.
I'm sure a lot of past teammates for Tom Brady in New England get tired of hearing the phrase, what would Tom Brady do if he's surrounded by weapons? But that's exactly what he's got in Tampa Bay. He's got big-time receivers on the perimeter. You add in Rob Gronkowski at tight end. This may be the best-looking offense that he's ever played with. And now the question is, how quickly will he mesh with those new teammates and take command of his new offense?
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
McCoy, the ball carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
Formation for the Buccaneers.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense set to go to work, and once again at the helm, their longtime starter, that's Ben Roethlisberger.
And for Ben Roethlisberger, there are a lot of question marks coming into this year because he missed nearly all of 2019 with an elbow injury. And if he were younger, maybe not as many questions. But he turned 38 back in March. And now the Pittsburgh Steelers expect to see the old Ben Roethlisberger, who's thrown for over 56,000 yards in his career, leading their team.
First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll try and run for it with Conner. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. The Pro Bowler Chris Godwin, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good pickup there, 26 yards. But the Brady-Gronk connection, certainly something to watch here with the Bucs in 2020. Of Tom Brady's 541 touchdown passes coming into 2020, Gronk's 78 were the most of any receiver. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2nd and 11 now. From the gun, it's Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Brady going to throw. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Brady. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. Our 2 quarterbacks here, Brady and Roethlisberger, of course, they met so many times over the course of the last decade and a half. Brady usually getting the upper hand if you look at the numbers, especially in Foxborough, where Tom was 6-0 against Big Ben with a touchdown-to-interception ratio of 21-0. That's pretty good. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 2nd and 7, Brady. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
I think we already know that this guy's going to be ready when they ring the bell for week 1. That play, almost routine for him, but still, nice to know that he's still got it.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And hitting Juju on the slant. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 40 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Well, the second down throw on target. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Brady gives this one off to Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, and the Bucs have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
A good carry and a 1st down by James Conner, and this Pittsburgh team is really hoping he's back in form because last year the entire Pittsburgh offense suffered without Ben Roethlisberger quarterback. James Conner only 715 combined yards, but in 2018, he was a Pro Bowl running back. Combined yardage that year, 1,470. They're hoping for 2018 James Conner in 2020.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Conner. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh 1st.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Jason Pierre-Paul.
It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
Brings up
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Roethlisberger to the right side to Eric Ebron.
Roethlisberger's pass.
4 yards of the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Gain of 4.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Steelers 10.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
3rd down.
From the gun, Brady. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for O.J. Howard. Incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The drive will start with Connor. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, it's Connor, and he stopped immediately there. Levante David in on the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on second down, Roethlisberger. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Operating from the gun, Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Brady airing this one out for Evans. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
14, Steelers 10.
Now it's the backup Rudolph. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Samuels, the ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rudolph. He'll get this one to Switzer. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
45, Mike, 45.
From the gun, they run with Smallwood. And he will have a Steelers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. A run with Smallwood. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys that just gave up that play.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go here, we see Blaine Gabbert march back out onto the field. Yeah, they have had success on the ground, really as a team, doing well carrying the football. So maybe a little less pressure on his shoulders as the quarterback.
Any pressure he's carrying right now, that's self-inflicted, right? He's taking it on. He doesn't need to. Continue to do what you just said. Let everyone else carry the football. That's been effective. Don't have to worry about him throwing the ball in all the situations now. That's got to be a good feeling if he just relaxes and lets it keep coming to him.
Yeah, and relax and enjoy the second quarter lead right now. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's the backup Gabbert. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
A gain of 13.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
And Charles, let's get a look at the draft class for this offense. Remember, no 1st-round picks this year. They traded it away. How much of a detriment is that?
Well, what they're hoping is the reason they traded away that 1st-round pick, that player won't be a detriment. He'll be an improvement for their team. And now as you get into the later rounds and the middle rounds of this draft, that's when your scouting comes to the front. You have to hit on those selections.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Yards to go.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Gabbert. And that is incomplete.
Intended for J-Don Mickens. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A beautiful fake. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Heading back out there, Jalen Samuels. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mark 54. Mark 54. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
First down, a run with Smallwood. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
They'll run on first down. Samuels. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
On first down, Smallwood. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Taken down at the...
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Come on, QB, come on. Right there.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Boswell's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
Steelers 13.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The kickoff for Pittsburgh.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here now a look at LaShawn McCoy. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally, you run to set up the pass. Here, it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9. Gabbert. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And the Buccaneers.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Play action now. Gabbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Gabbert. And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Fielded at the 20. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's Smallwood as they begin on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Rudolph. Open man is Switzer, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Hartney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Let's see who's faster.
On 3rd and short, Smallwood. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They run again on first down with Smallwood. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Rudolph. And that'll be incomplete. Rudolph took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
Over 1st and 10.
The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll run on 1st down. It's Logan, and he'll get this one up to the 26. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd and 7, Gabbard throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Gabbard. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st down, McCoy. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Gabbard to throw it. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Off the play fake, Gabbard. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
1st and goal.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. 3 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started less than 1 month from tonight. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
To kick off for Tampa Bay.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. Fielded in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Looking to throw on second down. Rudolph. That's caught by the 6'8 tight end, Zach Gentry. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. Smallwood, absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd and 12, Rudolph. Out right, he gets this one to Switzer. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A give to Smallwood out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now Rudolph. And he finds McDonald. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
7-yard line.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Samuels. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Rudolph looking to throw it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good.
That keeps the score. Steelers 19.
Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
That'll be taken about a yard deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Gabbert. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 16 yards, a first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Gabbert now. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line.
Tampa Bay.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. 10th carry now for McCoy.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd and 2, Gabbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Running to start the drive is Samuels. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And now here's Switzer, the target, and he's got it. And they work this out past the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
They'll go with Snell here on first down. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure it? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Rudolph. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. 46 yards.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Don't get nervous.
On the carry, it's Samuels. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Sometimes you need a phone, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
54, Mike. 54, Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Rudolph now to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
Rudolph. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
The Bucs take over 1st down.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Gabbard. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. It was Minka Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Gabbard. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Tyler Johnson. Incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start the drive with Samuels. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rudolph. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rudolph looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. This is taken around the 12. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs ready to take over once again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Gabbard now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Watson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down.
This is Logan, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Gabbard underneath. He's got Brait. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there. First down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The speedy safety Marcus Allen made the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play? A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Gabbard. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong, you know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And they'll run the option to start the drive. He'll get this one to Switzer. And they work this out past the 25. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
On first down, it's Samuels. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Jalen Samuels.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rudolph able to hit his target, Claypool. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended receiver there, the rookie Chase Claypool. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Rudolph. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Back to the air, Rudolph. Open man here is Gentry. And he will have a Steelers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
49-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
45. Here we go.
Here's Samuels. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
He was brought down by
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Samuels. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He finds his tight end, Gentry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the handoff, it's Samuels. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
And we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. That front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Snell. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald there to make the grab. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just film a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. 14.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
First down throw for Gabbert. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Gabbard. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Gabbard. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. To the air again, Gabbard. Throwing right, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
On first down, it's Logan. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Gabbard. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
To the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Gabbard. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
For the Buccaneers field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now.
Steelers 26, Buccaneers 17.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They start the drive with Smallwood. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
Now Rudolph. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd and 4. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You remember me? You remember me?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. And he finds McDonald.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Open man is Switzer, complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Hand it off now to Samuels. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 9, Rudolph. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Right there, 54, right there.
Here's Smallwood. He's got it on the draw. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rudolph firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
All day, just like that, just like that. 54's Mike, check.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. So following the interception, here's Gabbard. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, Gabbard again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Gabbard from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Justin Watson.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. But they can thank their defense for another stop, and now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield, how to stay in bounds, and make sure the clock keeps running.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2nd down and goal. Rudolph got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more.
Steelers 34.
And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field.
And this showing really not a good one on either side of the ball, but still 3 more preseason games to follow and a lot to play for here for the guys on the field now as they're hoping to secure that roster spot.
Gabbert now to throw on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Gabbert. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Gabbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Gabbert. Underneath, he's got Brate, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Gabbert here again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Gabbert. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Cameron Brate. Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
4th down, Gabbert. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. On 1st and 10, Gabbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Throwing again, Gabbert on 2nd and 10. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
At the 8-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll throw again. Gabbert. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Justin Watson there to make the grab. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Mason Rudolph leading this offense out for their next possession. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the gun, they run with Smallwood. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Going right back to Smallwood. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight.
Receiving team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Here's Gabbert. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Gabbert. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Gabbert. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Off the play fake, Gabbert. And that's complete. It's Watson.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gabbert to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Steelers' 26-yard line.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Gabbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
On 3rd and 1, here's Gabbert. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
To the air again, Gabbert. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand.
Pass interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll conserve whatever time he can as they'll opt to bring it out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it for my partner.